The takeover of Manchester United process saga is still rumbling. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Digital Sports Update. If today is your first time of coming across this YouTube channel, help this channel go by smashing the like button and subscribe. Okay, I say that today I will be discussing about intensively about the takeover process of Manchester United. I think United on Saturday were lost to our fellow Manchester rivals, which is Manchester City in the FA Cup final at the Wembley Stadium. I think after the game, Avram Grant refuses to answer question on Manchester United takeover after the FA Cup final. The takeover process at Manchester United has been ongoing for some time now, with no sign that it will, come to a conclusion soon. Despite Avram Glazer's attending the FA Cup final, I think we all saw him at the FA Cup finals at Wembley. The Manchester United co-chairman Avram Glazer, I think he refused to answer a question about the progress of the takeover of the club at Saturday's FA Cup final. The Glazers publicly invited fresh investments into Premier League giant last year, and the Glazers, publicly invited fresh investment into Premier League giant late last year, though the process is continuing to drag on. The English businessman Sir Jim Ratcliffe is battling Qatari banker Sheikh Jacksemi bin Ahmad Al Thani for the full takeover of the club. I think there has been a range of parties or also bidding to provide investment, with the Glazers remaining in control of the Red Devils. It has made the process slow. Progress of the takeover has left supporters who were already dilution with the Glazers. I think increasingly it has been also been increasingly frustrated alongside the slow progress has been leading communication from the Glazers about the takeover. There has been also, to my own, I think there has been also been increasing concern that the Americans will not, be actually giving in. Avram has attended several games. He has attended several games over the course of this season, over the course of last season, sorry, that previously we just passed. Yeah, he has been far from the most visible member of the family. Even he has also remained quiet. And on Saturday, there was a Sky News journalist who, like last week Saturday, attempted to question him in Wembley mixed zone. You understand, but are you definitely saying that was the question? The Sky News journalist, he made an attempt to approach Avram Glazer on a question of asking him that, are you identifying definitely selling Manchester United? That was the question. We asked him the question, the first question: are you going to accept that the Jim Ratcliffe or the Qatari bid? Where are you speaking? Why are you not speaking to the fans? Don't the fans deserve to know what is happening with the takeover? Sky Sport reporter, I think Rob Harris, asked. So all the questions that Rob Harris, which is the Sky Sport reporter, journalist, asked, approach Avram Glazers to find out why the process is still taking or dragging, still rumbling. The saga of the takeover process is still rumbling and dragging. I think Avram did not even he snubbed the Sky Sport reporter. He never gave him any form of attention to listening to him. The Glazers have handled the process. The former United have handled the process. I think the Glazers truly merrily carried on working and paid Harris no attention before that he was striding through a door away from reporters. There have been a widespread criticism of the way the Glazers have handled the process. I think one of the strongest critics, which is former Manchester United captain in Gary Neville, has been leading that criticism for the Red Devils icon. He has been very furious of the process with how the Glazers has been treating the fans, and the former right back has been recently insisted that the Glazers would end up staying in control at Old Trafford. I think plainly, obviously, the Glazers family aren't going to announce anything on the ownership until the season is closed. They have been spinning it out unprofessionally for weeks and months now. Neville tweeted. He tweeted also, he has been tweeting and he has been criticizing about this often over and over again. And he also tweeted about these issues last week that the no fans protest would have been more significant than they already have if matches were still being played. And in the end, the result of the same process is unpopular. Basically, any family member staying it in would be deemed unacceptable by other fans. I think this is why they are holding off. But I think as part of Ratlich's offer, the Glazers would retain a stake in United before the Englishman eventually buys them out. I think buys them out. They might take they might reach an agreement, a deal, if they might have a stake in Manchester United for 4 years or 5 years. I think after 5 years or 4 years, I think Sergeant Bradley might be able to buy them off. So I think United before a place has been a place I think offer the Glazers will retain a stake in United before the Englishman eventually buys them out. The owner of Inos is a boyhood, I think Sergeant Ratledge is a boyhood Manchester United fan and has a range of interest in sporting world. He is thought to have pulled clear of main rival Sheikh Cheksimi, who is looking to complete a full buyout of the Glazers. There is still no sign that a point end point is in sight for the process, despite Avram Glazer's presence at Wembley. So it has been a very, very uncertainty, complicating issues for the takeover. I think the Glazers family, they have been making this takeover process being a very, very rigid, cumbersome, and rigorous process for the two people and in the race, and the person of Sergeant Ratledge and the Quatari. Sergeant Ratledge have made an open bid. I think he has made the first, second bid. Altani has made a bid, first and second bid in loyalty, and Altani have stated his loyalty, his commitment, and what he wants to do if he is being chosen as the preferred bidder. I think Atani wants to buy out the full 100% of Manchester United and invest heavily in the Manchester United squad in the squad getting couple of players and superstars. He have also pledged to invest in modern equipment facility, especially in the training of training facility. He has also pledged of investing heavily in the sporting world of Manchester United, and also promised to clear the debt of Manchester United football club as a football club, and also the renovation of the stadium, Old Trafford. So Sergeant Bradley has also came up with his own offer of getting the club at the moment taking a 50% stake, and the Glazers still having 50% stake. But I think in some couple of years, maybe in 4 to 5 years, they can get rid of the Glazers out of Manchester United. But ever since then, the sellout had this the takeover has been rumbling. There has been rumbling. There it has been dragging. It has been dragging because it's 6 months, 7 months. The Glazers have that threw the club up for sale. Not that with the Manchester United has no bidder, have no potential bidders, but to me, I think that this is a mind game because right now where we are, Manchester United season is over. Well, we seasons is over. We just finished our season last week Saturday. We game with FA Cup finals that Manchester United played against Manchester City. I think Eric Tenga needs to get business, his summer transfer business as quick as possible, because he needs to get all the players he wants to be on board with for the preseason tour in the United States. He wants to get them on board for the preseason tour. But with the rumbling with the saga of the ownership of the preferred bidder of Manchester United still dragging, that will slow up summer transfer business for Manchester United, compared that the Glazers are still in charge. So what do you think about it? What do you think about it? Rush down to the comment section. I want to see your reaction. How do you feel? How do you feel about this information about the Glazers, about Avram Glazer refusing to interrupt, refusing to give any information to the Sky Sports reporter that approached him after the FA Cup final, Rob Harrison by name, Rob Harrison, who is the Sky Sport reporter, approaching Avram Glazer, who is the co-chairman of the Glazers family. Remember that the Glazers family, they are 6 in numbers, and Avram is the co-chairman. So what do you think about it? Rush down to the comment section. I think this is not a good place for Manchester United Football Club. With Manchester, I think by now Manchester United, we should have moved on this stage. But what do you think about it? Rush down to the comment section. Let's discuss about this topic entirely intensively. Thanks for watching this video. This is Digital Sports Update. Stay tuned for more informations and briefly an update for the coming for more brief information of the takeover. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.